My name is Erin Reynolds, and I'm the Cops for Cancer coordinator. I've actually been doing this is my 7th year. I love it. It's a great way to meet so many very generous people around the North, kind people, and to help kids. Cops for Cancer Tour de North. This is one of 4 tours in the province that fundraises for kids with cancer. So fundraising for pediatric research and Camp Good Times. And Camp Good Times is this award-winning, beautiful camp in Maple Ridge where kids and families can go and be kids again and laugh and have fun.
Yeah. Just get away from it for a little while. Yeah. Today, here we are in Moricetown. I assume you're traveling between Prince George and Prince Rupert. Is that right?
Good assumption, yes.
Okay.
850 kilometers in 7 days, and we stop in communities along the way, receive a ton of support everywhere we go. We don't pay for any accommodation or food. People support us and sponsor meals, and as is happening here today, the hotels we stay in, whether we're sleeping in a gymnasium floor or being built in someone's house, we're just very fortunate to have the support we have. And yeah, every September we do our ride for 7 days and talk to children along the way in schools where we have the weekday mornings to do that. Always very special to stop in Moricetown and have photos at the canyon, and then we come in here and be able to see the kids here too. It's a big part of our week. Yeah. This year is our 15th year. We've raised almost $3 million in 15 years from Tour de North. And when you combine that with all the 3 other tours that we have over 19 years that Cops for Cancer has been in Canada, in BC alone, we've raised $35 million.
Well done. Well done. If somebody wanted to get involved this week, how would they do it?
If you would like to donate, they can go to tourdenorth.ca. The team is listed there. You can make a donation on that page and you get an immediate receipt, so it's a very easy way to do it with your credit card.
Nice.
Otherwise, you can meet us on the road. People run up to us on the side of the road sometimes and pass us a $20 bill, and every little bit helps.
Cool.
So, yeah.
I love
or you
it.
can just look at our website, and it should have our schedule events as we run down the road here, and people can go to those points of connection and try and intercept us. And, and it's all the bikes.
You know, I'm seeing a lot of Cannondales. I saw one Scott. Are these privately owned bicycles?
No, they're not, actually. And that segues really well into another piece of the support that we receive. We have a lot of sponsors. So all these bikes have been purchased for us by Integris Credit Union out of Prince George, Vanderhoof, Fort St. James, and Quesnel. And every year they replace 8 of our bikes and ensure that we've got a really slick fleet here that stays very well mechanically sound. So Integris is a big supporter for us. Canadian Tire is our tour sponsor, and Northland Dodge provides our support vehicles. Northland Dodge, Northland Nissan, Northland Hyundai. We have Cyclogic as the bike shop that keeps our fleet for us, keeps it in ship shape. So we have a lot of people helping from the background that don't get seen very much. Mm-hmm. We always like to reach out to them and say thank you. Mm-hmm. Mr. Mike's is a big supporter as well.
I assume you have some bike mechanics and some first aid people along the route as well?
Absolutely. The team is actually comprised of mostly emergency services. Just over half are RCMP members. We have some BC ambulance members on the team this year. We have a sheriff on the team. We have 4 community riders, and we have media. They're all in this for all the right reasons, and they're responsible to inspire their communities, and they're spread out all over the North. And they come together for the first time all together in September to jump on their bikes and ride together for 7 days. So it's a really great camaraderie building, team building exercise for the emergency services teams as well. Because not only do we have those riders, we also have every one of those organizations helping down the road. BC Ambulance escorting us this morning. We have the fire departments. We don't have any firemen on our team, but we sure have their support in every community. They bring their fire trucks out and flash their lights. And
What's the route like? A lot of hills?
The worst part's over.
Is it really?
Yes, yeah. Okay. The rest is downhill. Downhill to the ocean. It's challenging when there's a rainy day. A bit of rain isn't bad, but the first day it rained the entire day, and this is a really connected team. The first day they're just like, let's just dig in deep here and get this done, and because ultimately we're doing this for kids that are suffering a lot, so a little bit of rain isn't going to hurt anyone.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Erin.
Yeah.
This is fabulous.
Oh, thank you for asking.
Hi, my name is Robert Pictou. My people are Mi'kmaq. I'm from the East Coast. And I moved to here in the Northwest about 5 years ago. I currently work as the producer and host for Open Connection, a local TV talk show that features people and events here in the Northwest. This year's focus for Cops for Cancer was kind of interesting. Amanda Berry kind of reached out because the company I work for, Bell Media, is really involved with Relay for Life. I actually was able to attend Relay for Life in Prince Rupert, Kitimat, and also in Terrace. And I had the opportunity to sit down with survivors, with caretakers, and that was a Blue Couch series. I was able to have cancer survivors talking to other cancer survivors. Well, Amanda kind of saw what I was doing, and she goes, Robert, you should think about doing the Cops for Cancer Tour de North. I go, sure. And I had no idea what was involved. You have to fundraise $3,000. If there's a community person in there, they have to do a little bit more fundraising for that. Then, well, you need a bike. Okay, wow, mountain bike. She goes, no, it's a road bike. I go, okay, no problem.
Wow.
Now, I didn't want to tell Amanda, but I had not been on a bike for 35 years.
I wondered if that's where this was going, because you sounded naive.
Yeah. When I had a 10-speed bike, it had the levers and everything,
Yep.
but now it's in the handles, and it was a steel, what I used to, and this one here's carbon. So I had to learn a lot about cycling, and also the clips.
And a very light bike, so
Yes.
that's a different ride altogether.
Definitely. So it was a learning cycle for me. They said this year's focus on pediatric cancer. Now, my mom passed away from cancer. My dad, he's a cancer survivor. And there was a whole bunch of them that unfortunately did not survive cancer. One of them was my grandniece. Her name was Jordan. And after about 6 months old, they did a test and they found out she had leukemia. And so, but little Jordan, she was great. I mean, she was perky, she was very talkative. But unfortunately, after 3 years, she lost her battle with leukemia. I said, well, this year I'm going to be riding for Jordan. And then on top of that, Relay for Life was really surprised RCMP officer. It's really been an eye-opening experience for me. As First Nations, there's been a struggle. That relationship has always been tenuous at best. This allowed me to see beyond the uniform and to see the human that's behind it. And that's what really opened it up for me.
Wonderful stories. Thank you, Robert, for sharing your time.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you have a great ride to Prince Rupert.
Oh, yes,
here.
it'll be good.
It'll be fabulous. And I hear it's all downhill now.
Oh, yeah.
So you can coast.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Sure. Yep.